evening and welcome to another exciting episode of Goth Yearbook. It is I, your host, as always, Eric, aka the Eric Wynn, and with me, as always, is the hostess with the mostest, Caitlin, aka the Caitlin D. Caitlin, how is it, Britney Spearsing?
Oh yeah.
Should we just go right
We
into it right at the top?
sure, yeah, we have received correspondence from contact Britney Jean Spears at gmail.com. Or what is it? It's something like that, right?
It is. I'll pull it up right now. So it's Britney Jean Spears contact at gmail.com. Okay, so I don't know even how to set this up other than last week we had on guests Jonathan and Lily of Dream Boy Dream Boy Book
Dream
Club.
Boy Book Club.
I always want to say Dream Book Boy Club. And we talked about Britney Spears on there, and then I think one of those rascally kids immediately went and created a fake little Britney Spears email to email Caitlin and I and basically play with our emotions. But the email is beautiful. I have it up right now. It's the email that was created was Britney Jean Spears contact at gmail.com. The use of contact makes it feel kind of real. And it says the title of the email is Britney
Subject.
Spears. Yeah, the subject is Britney Spears. And the
Off
body,
to a banging start.
yeah, body of email is beautiful page. Keep up the good work and keep sharing the love and light out there. Kind regards, Britney Spears.
Loved it.
I loved it
Honestly,
too.
filled my heart with warmth. I feel like, is it Jonathan or is it a bot?
Okay, so it might be a bot, or it might be a bot because
Beautiful page part, just like
I
tears
did.
part of the illusion for me.
I posted on a comment on one of her recent Instagram ones, and like 2 weeks ago, and it actually like blew up. Like I got like 200 like likes on it, and then she deleted it. It was so frustrating. I know.
Oh,
And so
no.
I did wonder if it was like a bot from that or something like that. That like,
What did it say?
what did mine say?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. It wasn't even that good. Like I just said like oh, you know what it was? I think it was on the like God is Dead one or whatever it was, which she like deleted, and I think she reposted it again like verbatim.
Oh, she deleted the whole post, not just
Yeah.
your comment.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh no! I
Why did
wasn't
you put
signaled
our
out.
Britney?
No, I wasn't signaled out. But I forget what I posted on there now. I just said something like, I was like, damn right, he's dead or something, and like it got like,
Like the devil is nice and cute and God sucks or whatever. It was that post. I mean, we talked about this last week, but like her Instagram is some of the best art that you can, I don't know, observe right now.
yeah.
In my opinion, whatever. I think it's fascinating. It's just, I would follow her if she wasn't Britney Spears, like the posts are just fucking out there.
Yeah. I feel bad because I reposted it last week, and then I got like a lot of responses. I think people thought it was like serious, like Britney was going to be on this show. Not yet. We manifest on that show. We will vision board Britney Spears. Yeah.
It is you emailing us.
I did respond to the email anyway, and I said, thank you, Britney Spears. And then they respond back with something like, you should install Google Chat. And we like something where it became real scammy, kind of real scammy real fast.
They're like, if you just want to like drop your socials, then we can hang out. My
Yeah.
security can back check you, and then we'll meet at Starbucks in the Valley, and don't worry about it.
If I had more time, I would just follow the thread and see. But these days you never know how they're gonna get you. But that would be funny if like I turn on the Google Chat and it was just like a 50-year-old guy just like staring at me.
Just like, I'm Britney Jean.
I would invite him on the show, honestly. If it
Is
was,
her middle name Jean?
I'm assuming so. I didn't look it up even, but I was just like, it had to be like. That's why I thought it was those scamps, Lily and Jonathan. Because I was like, I bet they looked it up and because it felt like the use of contact at the end of the name. It was like, it felt like they both know well enough to do that.
Trying to get us to install Google Chat, like
I was laughing because I was like, if it was Jonathan, like that'd be so great. If he kept it going and he had like a blonde wig on at like the end of the tunnel.
Well, regardless, Brittany, thank you for listening.
Yeah, I want to keep believing.
what else is going on with you? You're
I'm
building a studio.
I'm building a podcast studio, as I kind of posted a little bit about this weekend. Heavy in the process, office slash podcast studio. Carpet and rug should be going in on Friday, guys. Maybe next week. Maybe I'll be recording away. I won't be. For the listener at home, if you've never watched like the YouTube video before, and if you are watching the YouTube video right now, like I have a bookcase that's like right here. I'm literally I'm up against the desk. Like the desk is like
Wedged
concaving
against
me. Yeah. Like it's like a old like 20s way of like losing weight where they didn't know any better. And like, I don't know, just keep pushing a desk into your gut until it like disappears or some shit. It's incredibly uncomfortable.
Smaller environment, like a goldfish.
It's like very claustrophobic. I mean, you can see I'm like looking at my own camera. Like the books look like they're almost gonna fall off. Like it looks like I'm almost like at like a crazy like.
It definitely
cliffhanger
looks like
angle.
our show is more book centered than it is, or Frasier centric.
Oh, this show is. It is all right. It is a very
Frasier
Frasier-centric show.
centric as it gets, I guess.
Yeah. Shout out to one of my all-time favorite shows. Anywho, what's new with you? You've been. What have you been doing? I'm like, it's definitely like the dad who's like hasn't seen his kid. Whoa, who are you again? What have you been getting into?
It's hard to reconcile my day to day with like any sort of narrative at this point.
Yeah. You did.
I'm in Mexico. I am just working in different elements and trying to pull it all together. I did open an Etsy store.
Oh, I was gonna bring that up, but then I didn't know if I was allowed to.
Yeah, because actually, so it did get suspended for a day, and I'm not exactly.
You get
sure.
suspended from everything.
I get fucking suspended from. I was thinking that too. I was like, there's something with my energy where I just get banned from apps because I've been banned from Tinder, banned from Hinge. I was like temporarily put on hold in Airbnb experiences. Like all kinds of shit. People think I'm just up to no good. And I didn't know why with the Etsy store, but I think I figured it out. It's back up and running, but it's like etsy.com/shop/Caitlin D or shop Caitlin D. So I don't know.
One more time. What was it?
Etsy.com/shop/shop Caitlin D.
Okay, there we go.
Or if you don't want to go through Etsy, you can just go to CaitlinD.com too, and I have this stuff there too. I'm just like kind of adding things slowly. Little tarot magic. Eric ordered this like rose patch.
Sick ass patch.
A lot of emo goth goods there to be had. So yeah, check it out. Other than that, I'm chilling.
Yeah, about the patch, and you're like, thank you so much, and then like 20 minutes later, oh my, you're like, oh never mind, my Etsy shop was banned, so.
It's like I'm gonna have to just push this item to you through
through some
anyway.
back alleyway.
So it's back up and running. Should be it is fully functional. I'll put that out there.
And the website again, so that people can not only go and buy your own stuff, but also Goth Yearbook stuff. Where can people go for that?
Oh yeah, CaitlinD.com right now has /shop if you want to just go straight to the shop. But I have Goth Yearbook sweaters that are super cute, just in time for falls right around the corner. I'm actually getting really excited because this is going to be my first Dia de los Muertos in Mexico, like my first spooky season here.
Hell yeah.
I'm very excited.
Someone wanted to know.
I can already feel it, like the little death vibes in the air, you know? Things just start to get a little. There's been like really killer storms here lately, like super intense. The thunder like shakes the house and just like dumps rain and then it stops.
Just like that sentence. You're like, death and despair and lightning and it all just stops. Okay.
Exactly. That was my poetic effect.
Nice. Well, it's great. Shout out to the person on the YouTube who just asked, will the carpets match the drapes? If you're talking about the office, sure. If you're talking about CaitlinD.com, I'm not here to comment on that, but sure.
I don't actually sell drapes on that shop. And that's
oh, we should do that. We should sell carpet.
Drapes?
Like Goth Yearbook drapes.
With our faces. Just like
huge,
a
like,
printout of the Zoom chat.
Now your two favorites. at home with
And
you.
as usual, I'm on OnlyFans if anyone wants to go look at my ass.
Fair enough. But buy a shirt while you're there. All right.
Sure.
Well, on that note, that seemed the 10-minute mark. Look at that. We did it, team.
Wow.
On that note, let's get to our guest this evening. Returning champion to the show. We got the one and only Tolliver, who is astral projecting from inside the Zoom chat. I need to find a way to get them more. There we go. Woo! Hello, sir. How you doing?
Hello. Doing well. How are you?
Good. If I immediately have to shout out for the listener at home who can't see, we got ourselves a cowboy in our mess. We got two cowboys, really, because Caitlin with the cowboy single and Tolliver with the cowboy hat looking damn good.
And it lights up, too. I don't know if I can do this with the headphones. This seems difficult. Give me 25 minutes. There we go.
Oh, my gosh. For the listener at home, he ain't lying. It is lighting up. God damn. That's fucking sick. Where'd you get that?
Amazon.com, of course. But I'm going to keep it lit I'll do this for about 3 minutes before you all start vomiting, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
It looks like
It's like staring directly at a ring light for an hour, an hour and a half.
Exactly. That's what I'm here for.
Inside the screen, things are blinking.
Exactly. You understand.
it looks like something like a guy would be selling outside a Garth Brooks concert in the parking lot kind of thing, where it's like,
yeah. I love that. My dad was a huge fan of Garth Brooks. I grew up loving country music, which, I'm not supposed to because I'm black, but I did. I did love it. And honest, if I'm being honest, sometimes, I hear it and I go, oh, pretty good.
I'm
into it.
We did a Garth Brooks episode. We did an episode about Chris Gaines, his alter ego, technically. But I grew up on Garth Brooks. I grew up on the Chicks, Leanne Rimes, Clint Black, all those guys, all those '90s ones.
Amazing. Yeah.
Caitlin, we're gonna say something.
I'm a Johnny Cash and Dolly Parton girl.
Yeah, you got the old school.
Oh yeah, I mean everybody loves Dolly, and then Patsy Cline, of course.
Love Patsy Cline.
Of course.
I like your walls, by the way. I love that shade of pink we got going on there.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you were talking about how you're pressed up against the books. This is all kinds of, rigging and whatnot, because I'm in a studio just out of sight is just disaster. Just like Area 50, whatever that is.
Oh,
it's awful.
If only you could see my desk right now. The book, it looks like I'm just some classy gentleman, and it is an absolute. It looks like someone just threw up all over my desk. Someone just walked by and they're laughing. I can tell they agree. It just looks like a goddamn mess on my desk. A mess on my desk.
Because I have a bunch of outfits I wear for shows, and I just throw them. I just go, get over there, and then I sleep next to them.
But isn't there something so cozy about that sometimes?
Yeah. I mean, well, they kind of stank. That's not that's one thing. Because I'm singing and dancing and stuff, and then they kind of smell. They smell like that.
I've been, speaking of singing and dancing, I've been super jamming your music.
Yeah.
Lots of
thank you.
Stuff coming out. And you just worked with Cassie, who I fucking love.
You talking about the DP?
Cassie Hunter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cassie's my girl. We work on a lot of stuff. We're always working on stuff.
I was telling her we gotta have her on the show just because her accent's so damn cute too. Her New Orleans side.
Yeah, and she got a real high voice.
She did my DP work for a music video I did called Trouble.
Oh, sick.
And just wow, that girl has some vision. It's super unique. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever I'm scrolling, I know when I see something of hers. And I saw it on your page. I was like, oh, it's crazy. It's like Cassie's vibe, And then sure enough, it was her. That was cool.
Yeah, she DP stuff, and then I edit it. We have a whole pipeline going on. We also did a video one time where I was like, Cassie, we're gonna shoot, edit, and release the video all in one day.
Oh shit!
And we did it for my song "Death Back to Birth." It was really cute. So I don't know. We're always doing stuff. It's cute. Love Cassie.
Love Cassie. Shout out Cassie.
You were on the show 2020, and since then, goddamn, if you don't seem like one of the hardest workers I see out there, it seems like you are constantly just doing stuff. It seems like you are just never inactive.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the case pretty much. It's I think RuPaul said it, but it's it keeps the demons away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to constantly be proving myself to myself or something like that, or else the voices go, "What are you doing here? What's the point of all of this?
The
What is
inner
life?"
saboteur, as
Inner
RuPaul said.
saboteur. You
Yeah.
understand?
Did you
And
watch?
So
Did you watch the newest All Stars?
Yes, I sure did. I've seen every episode. Very, very excited about it. It was I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I felt like the last episode was a little, like the lip syncs didn't matter. I don't know how much the listening public is familiar with Drag
I agree.
Race.
It felt kind of like it was already set in stone at that point.
Yeah, they were like, "This is gonna win."
But I really love. For anyone who doesn't know, this was like the season that was like the Queens of the Queens or whatever. I forget what they called it, to be honest. But it was nothing but people had already won previous seasons who came together, and so because of that, the critiques and all that, like there was no negative energy really. Like the whole thing was like no one was ever like sent home or anything like that. The whole season was the same 8 girls the whole time, and I loved it. Like it was needed right now. I didn't, because sometimes a new season, just like a standard season of RuPaul, is very stressful to watch actually, because everyone can be real fucking mean to each other.
Absolutely, because they're so stressed out. They're like, this is the end of my life if I go home. So I don't know if I could, I'm gonna do it because it's fun. But me and Jinx met on Grindr years ago.
Oh,
we've had like a will they won't they kind of thing. And she's very sweet. She'll be like, I saw your thing. It sounds really great. Just like checking in, kind of keeping tab on me, keeping the tab on me.
Gotta keep that tab open.
Gotta keep that tab open. But she's gotten married since then. But yada yada. People be open and stuff.
People keep their tabs.
But they still get to keep their tabs.
Yeah.
So I look forward to the day.
Me too. We'll have you both on then. We'll trade notes. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, you undeniably are just working nonstop. Shout out to James Corden appearance. When was that? Was that last summer already? Has that already been a year? Or is that more recent?
That was in February.
Okay. I felt kind of, as I was saying, I was like, is that really old to reference at this point? Okay, that is fucking crazy. Congratulations. Was that like a trip? How did that come about?
Thank you. Yeah, that was super fun. I got a new manager in December. He saw this thing I did for KCRW. And he said,
"Great manager. If that 2 months, that's what."
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "All right," because I wasn't like signed with him, but then he said, "James Corden, your book," and I said, "Let's sign, baby. Let's do it. Whatever the terms are, I'm down." Yeah, he's been really great. So, and then we originally were supposed to play in January, and then I think it was like 3 days before I was supposed to go on, James Corden got COVID. I said, "I knew you were gonna do this to me, universe. I knew you was gonna do this." But then they booked us right away again, and I said, "Okay, all right." And yeah, it was a really good time.
How was the experience? Yeah, what was it? Kind of was it everything you kind of thought it'd be like to do? Was it actually live? Or I mean, I know you kind of pre-recorded, but was it like day of, like the same night? It's the
same. Yeah, I think we've actually did my music segment at 5 p.m. and then it airs at 1 a.m. or something like that. Right. But yeah, it was live. We didn't do any second takes of anything. I think there was an option just in case I just split, broke my leg or something like that. They let me do it again. But for the most part, they were like, "Yeah, you better, you better get it right." And everybody was super nice. Everybody was very accommodating. Everything was clear. I'm in the dressing room next to Nick Offerman. I'm like, okay.
Oh shit.
I was like, they're gonna put me in the dungeon.
Yeah.
They're gonna put me in the dungeon, and Nick Offerman gets the good dressing room. But we were all kind of in the same area. It was real cute. So
did you get to meet his wife?
No, I didn't meet nobody. I just met James Corden. That's it.
Oh, what about Reggie Watts? You didn't get to meet him?
I wanted to meet Reggie Watts, but I didn't get to meet him. I'm friends with, the guy who drummed for me on the show is the drummer for the Late Late Show.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he will be going forward since James is retired. Literally, James Corden said, "Hey, man, that was great for you. I really, really loved it. Come back anytime. Any ideas you have for the show, anything creative you want, come on back." And I said, "Oh, thanks, man." And then he retired. And I said, "Okay."
I wonder if he was just pulling that move with everyone. If he knew what the writing was on the wall. It's just like, "I want you to come back a whole week."
Yeah, exactly. With a whole feature in you, man. You host the show. Unfortunately not.
We did get some, we got a few questions. Do you want to jump into these? We got a mailbag of questions for you, Tolliver.
Amazing. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Right out the gate, someone wanted to know, I think on brand with your release, who are your favorite fictional dads / daddies?
The first one that came to mind is that cartoon Invincible. Where have you seen this thing? It's like a superhero situation, and then there's like his dad's the most powerful superhero in the world, but he's like a murderer kind of thing. There's this famous scene where he like beats his son to within an inch of his life, yada yada. But then there's all these like people who are like, that guy's pretty hot though. This cartoon, you know. So there's that. There's a lot of like, you know.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking up right now. The Invincible cartoon dad.
Yeah, there's a lot of horny Invincible dad posts, and then there's a lot of like him in like a dashiki, like real black African, like, with do-rags and shit like that.
He's got a mustache too. He's got like a very telling mustache. Okay.
He's got a very telling mustache.
Yeah.
He looks kind of gay.
Yeah, that's the telling
if one
mustache.
can look that way, and you can. Maybe. But yeah, he's got one of those, and so that was the first dad that came to mind. I mean, I guess Carl Winslow would be the other one because
that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But truth be told, like now when I look back on Family Matters, I just think about him constantly like hating Urkel.
Yeah.
Like this, which I don't blame him. I mean, this kid comes over all the time, eats their food, and it's just like a nuisance, and like is kind of like always trying to like sleep with his daughter, essentially, or at least hold her hand.
Didn't in real life he hated him too? He hated him too because the show was supposed to be about like the family and about Carl Winslow, and then Urkel was like an extra character,
right? And then
he stole the whole show.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, that makes sense though that that there was friction then because of that. Oh, I hope that I hope they were able to bury it.
Yeah, well, the Fresh Prince cast did, so maybe we'll get one of those. You know
that. Oh man, I watched that and that thing was like, we as a nation healed watching that. Holy shit! I want them to do that with like every TV show now. It's like have like the whole cast come back and just like have these healing moments, especially when like, I knew like the history a little bit on it, but I didn't know it was like, I didn't know how ugly it was until watching that.
Yeah, I love how. I mean, I didn't even see it, but love how Will had this healing moment.
He has a lot of healing moments
with Janet Heber, the mom on Viv, and then a year later comes back and slaps the shit out of Kid. I almost said Kid Rock, Chris Rock. Sorry, the hat's influencing me. Out of Chris Rock.
Caitlin, Caitlin, I not to give a little inside baseball here, but I was told I'm a little quiet. Is my mic a little louder now? A little louder now? A little louder now? A little louder now?
A little bit louder now.
A little
bit louder now.
Still the same?
It sounds the same to me, honestly.
Okay, that's just on your end. Okay, that's all I care about.
Okay, my bad.
I can hear you pretty well.
Okay.
All right.
Did either of you see the most recent Will Smith apology?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he just posted like I didn't watch the whole thing. It's like 10 minutes. And it was like he's doing like a State of the Union address apology to Chris Rock because I guess Chris Rock won't officially talk to him yet. I think the whole thing was like, of course, like I understand whenever you're ready, kind of thing. But it's like 10 minutes. It's like I don't know if like I need to see all 10 minutes.
I don't need 10 minutes. I need a tight 90 seconds.
Yeah,
get in and get out. Write it down. Write down what you got to say. Say that. Thrown out.
That was. I mean, I feel so lame now talking about this, I guess, all these months later. But I don't know if we really talked about it on the show, other than I will say that at the time I did have to go find like some Australian like rip of the the Oscars.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of funny.
We don't have to stay on the Smiths for too much longer, I promise. My cat is doing insane things behind this computer. It's wild. The boy's possessed.
Your PR guys, like enough with
the Will Smith shit. While I'm working at my desk, I watch movies for free on YouTube, and the Karate Kid autoplay with Jaden Smith. I got to tell you, it's the best one.
No shit.
It's the best one.
Really?
I'm sorry, but the kid is amazing in that. He gets progressively worse at acting as he gets older. He's incredible in that movie. I was sobbing.
The only movie that might be not true. I might have seen other movies, but I did see Pursuit of Happiness, and both of them effectively made me cry like 3 times watching the movie. So,
and see, he was younger in that, so he's probably even better.
Yeah.
And now
there might be I don't know. He might come around. There might be like all of a sudden he might get his own Oscar years from now. Or he'll play.
He might get slapped.
Yeah, he'll play like the movie, like the biography of his dad, like years later, and that'll be like a 20-minute moment in the movie.
Amazing.
He'll slap someone in the movie that he wins an Oscar for, like at the Oscars as Will Smith.
And then look at the camera like,
Yeah,
you
break
know.
the fourth wall.
Yeah, just freeze.
Kaylin, do you have a favorite fictional dad / daddy?
Oh, that whole time I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm like, yeah. No, you're gonna
No,
have to give me a
don't-
second. You
Yeah, I'll
answer.
circle back.
You
I'll
have
circle
one?
back to you.
Wait, what's the show where the guy, her dad lives in like space or something?
Oh,
and
Out of This
talks her
World.
through that-
If you wish upon a star. That one
Yeah,
where her
what is
dad's
that
like
show?
It's Out of This World.
Out of This World, and she can stop time by doing like
Yep.
that.
She would connect her
Yeah.
kids for
Oh.
for people who don't know, this was from the 80s. The whole premise of it was that this girl, her mom, it tells you, it's one of those ones from the 80s where it tells you like the whole backstory in the theme song and like they film it. Her mom, like an alien ship crashes into a beach. This is all like what you see in the images. And the mom apparently fucks the alien that's inside the thing. And then they have a daughter together. But the guy has to leave to go back to his planet. So the way he talks to his daughter is like, he has like this like pyramid shaped thing like on her bedside that she can like talk to him with. And like the one thing she gets of his is that she can stop time by pressing her fingers together. So it's also like a teen girl. So she's like, oh no, like this guy.
I love
what to
that
do.
this
so then she,
is
like
like
pause
the
it.
dad relationship I found the most relatable.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Basically, it's like an email.
why do you have to
that-
go back? Couldn't he have just stayed?
It's like
It
a,
doesn't matter. It
with
just
his
couldn't be
family?
around.
it's very much like
Yeah.
an email dad, basically.
Had to
Wasn't
get that
his
alien
wife.
milk.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't believe they
Disrespectful.
chose the dad from Out of This World. It's just really hitting me hard that you chose that fucking guy. Holy shit, I'm sweating.
Mm.
Literally was the only dad I could even think of for a second.
I
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna go with Al Bundy from Married with Children, just because
Sure.
he's probably the only dad who like truly like loathes being a dad, and they just showed up. On the show.
Maybe the home improvement guy because he could like
Mhm.
teach me how to do
You're
stuff.
like,
He's
ooh.
really bad at all the home improvement stuff.
Yeah.
There is one of my all-time favorite YouTube videos is a 12-minute compilation of all the times, because he used to do on the show he'd make this like kind of like not that one, but he would do like this like
Oh.
noise. And there's a 12-minute compilation on YouTube. And
You're just like a boomer dad in like
well,
this
no,
strange
if you
capsule.
watch it, they edit it perfectly where it's nothing but that noise over like the 10 years the show is on. So you feel like you're on
Yeah.
acid. Like by like minute 5, like you lose your mind a little bit, like watching all of them.
Gotcha. So it's like a compilation. It's not the same one over and over.
No, it's just,
Somebody
like-
went through all the episodes.
Yep.
Wow. That
And
must
my-
have taken weeks.
Yeah, for real. One of my favorite, like
Good
near
God.
the end, like 10-minute mark is like he apparently there's an episode where he must have like been like drunk or he took like cough medicine, and he's typing an email to someone and he's typing out the camera zooms in on the computer screen. It's like typed out, and it's like the key moment. I highly suggest everyone
Absolutely.
check it out. Anywho,
Tim Allen. He's a mega guy now, right?
yeah, he is.
Oh.
Yeah. He also yeah, that's the noise. You finally like, her. Oh boy. All right, hold on. Let me get my questions back. I'm sweating over here. What is a
Yeah.
song you have yet to cover that you have been considering covering?
I just discovered this Father John Misty song called Real Love.
Oh,
And
that's a great
it-
song. It's catchy.
Yeah, it was like it was on a video of like two winos in a parking lot dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. They want love too.
Yeah.
You know, everybody needs love. I mean, I literally like was, you know,
This is on
taking
YouTube. Or-
taking all this from the moment. It's on this Instagram page called Eggs Tyrone. In any case, and I said, this is great. And it was stuck in my head for days. And I was singing it during sound check for the residency, and my bass was like, should we do this? I said, maybe we should. The key he's got it set in is a little high for me. I'm a
Right.
baritone, you know,
Yeah,
sultry.
exactly.
But you know, anything's possible. It's a gorgeous song.
It's a
I used to cover Oh, sorry, I started
Go on,
screaming.
Go on, go on.
LCD Sound System, All My Friends. When I was in this
Oh, I
soul band
love
back in the
that
day,
song.
Great song.
that was like that song used to kill me emotionally, and then like the crowd really loved it, so I had to bring that one back.
It's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
Caitlin, is there any song? I feel like we've talked about songs that you have covered, but is there any song that you've wanted to cover that you've not done yet, but that you considered?
I don't know. I'm like, I wanted to do. I think we've talked about this. That Bruce Springsteen song, "I'm on Fire." I love that
That's a great
song.
song.
That's a great
Chromatics
song.
does a really good cover of it.
Oh, yes, they do.
I just don't know how I would do it differently, you know, but like it's just got such a weird phrasing about it. Like it almost takes a second to learn, you know.
Doesn't that song start with "Hey little girl's your daddy home"?
Yes,
Hey,
it certainly
little girl,
does.
it's daddy
Look at that
home.
weird phrasing.
Wanna leave you all alone, oh no.
That was
yeah.
I have to highlight what Tolliver just said. That was great. I have to give you your flowers on that one. That was beautiful.
Thank you. That is a lovely song. I love that song. It's great. I would love to hear you cover that.
Thank you. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. More Johnny Cash songs. Just
never enough covers. Yeah. Someone wanted to know, where did you learn to dance?
Yeah, I used to take ballet. Okay, so I used to take ballet. I walked into there was a sign in Chicago, like a sandwich board thing that said, what do you call it? Modern dance classes for free, all levels, whatever. I said, okay. I was like 12, so I was super young. I walked in, it was nothing but white girls, and they all knew how to dance. Right. It was bullshit. They said beginners, all levels, but I was the only beginner in the fucking group.
How old did you say?
But I was probably 12 or something like that. Okay. 12, 13.
I know that pain in dance classes for sure.
Yeah, but they were
class, and then you go and everyone's like,
yeah, they're crushing it. But they were really, really sweet to me, and they like incorporated me into like the finale dance, whatever. Just, you know, I was the tree or whatever the fuck it was. You know? But I fell in love with it, so I started taking dance classes after that in the hood, and it was a really good time. But then I haven't done it, you know, I was gonna say professionally, but I haven't done it in a group in fucking forever.
Right.
So now I just kind of do stuff. My drummer calls it star fishing. A lot of times I just kind of do one of these. I'm floating, for those who aren't watching. I'm just kind of like doing this inflatable arm man thing.
Wait,
that's kind of a go-to when I don't want to like really dance, you know?
I love ballet, actually.
Stuff?
Like,
sorry, go on, Kaylee.
I don't know what she said. Sorry.
Keep going.
Just gonna go ahead. I've been doing ballet lately, though, is because I used to do my main like exercise for a long time is yoga, but after I was a massage therapist for like 5 years, I can't put any pressure on my wrists or shoulders anymore. And so I've been doing ballet, and oh my God, I fucking love it. Because I grew up dancing, but I kind of quit dance because it got very it was not a fun environment for me. I was like, it was super competitive and like weird, and girls had like body image stuff going on. And I was like, this is not. But I did like cheer and stuff. So I was doing, you know, like that stuff, and I did theater or whatever. And then for years when I was living in LA, because I actually lived in Chicago for college for a bit, and I loved dancing there. I could go to classes, and there would actually be like beginner classes or like moderate or whatever. And then when I moved back to LA, I like went to Edge because I was like, oh, I've been doing hip hop classes in college and like whatever.
Yeah.
And I just got put to fucking shame there because it's like Madonna's backup dancers, you know, like chilling, and everyone's amazing. And so I kind of stopped dancing at studios for a really long time when I was living in LA, because I was like, I just want to dance somewhere low key, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, bless you.
I used to watch these. Yeah, I would watch stuff on YouTube from, do you know, Millennium Studios?
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, who the fuck are these people? And then the camera work is just like they're sweeping and shit, and everybody's like, clap, clap, clap. Like, God damn, I could never, you know. I can dance by myself. I can't even dance with another person. I think mostly because of proportion. Like I'm just like very tall, and my it's all legs too. So like sounds usually like
sounds like a forgotten Whitney Houston song. I can't dance with anybody else.
And I'm all legs too at the end.
Yeah.
Do you? But yeah, my like hips are at people's chests.
You do like the videos that you make where you're dancing and all that. It's like, are those moves that you create yourself?
Yeah. And I always I always do them like 10 minutes before we start shooting. I go, hang
Yeah, I
on.
was gonna ask, are you like choreographing or just like doing
Yeah.
them?
I go, hang on, give me 1 second. And I start punching the air, doing stuff. And then I go, okay, I think I'm ready. And I
Nice.
start making it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking impressed. Honestly, I could not do that. What?
Thank you. Yeah.
Hold on,
Sorry.
hold on. I got this. Okay.
There's like a giant spider crawling up my wall. So if I keep
Oh
looking
Lord,
inside, I'm just kind of trying to keep track of that.
that's very scary.
Okay, so I know what this person is referencing, and so you might
Uh-oh.
need to kind of talk about this as well. But someone wanted to know, are you and Zendaya besties?
I wish. Yeah, I interviewed the cast of Euphoria.
Yeah.
I don't know how many months ago. Whenever the third season came out, third season. But it was freaking great. She was super dope. She's one of those, like, there's certain people you talk to like in a Zoom situation or just live or whatever. You can sense an opening. You're like, yeah, if I laugh the right way, blah blah blah. We could be homies. Some of those things end, and people are like, we should kick it, but we're on Zoom, so it's like it's not gonna happen.
Right.
But they're like, we should kick it. With Zendaya, she was just so like pro that I was like, there's no air in here.
Yeah, you
It was
couldn't
just
find,
like,
you couldn't find that spot.
I'm trying to double dutch, jump rope in, but it's like there's no room. She's about to just go and go and go, and like that's what the people want anyway. They're here to listen to her, so I'm just gonna let her, let it rock.
Yeah.
So we're not best friends yet, but I did have So I interviewed Angus Cloud. They put like all the boys together, all the men together from the show into one Zoom.
All right.
It's like 5 of them. One of the worst interviews I've ever done. ever. It was pulling fucking teeth. It was so fucking difficult. Oh my god, his name is escaping, but like the big burly one who's like really mean and is always hitting people.
The one who's
was
like
great.
6'9".
Yeah, he was cool. He was like answering the questions. Everyone else was literally like looking down at their phones. I'd be like, how was the father-son relationship? Oh, it's good. I'm like, all right.
None of them are talking about Invincible cartoon guys that they want to bang or anything.
Sadly. But then there's this woman with Angus Cloud who plays Fez.
Right,
and I said, it's a really traumatic show. Does it kind of stick with you? Do those feelings kind of come home with you? And he just goes like, what? And I said, yeah, like, do you still feel sad when you're at home? Like I'm trying to like phrase it like, I'm trying to just, whatever, man, just say something. And he goes, yeah. And somebody screen recorded it on TikTok and it got like 1 trillion fucking views. And somebody finally found me and they said, ain't that you? And I was like, yeah, that was me. And I was like, yeah, it was crazy. It was a good time. But I was like, no, that was hell. And I was
You're
like,
like, no, it was not a good time.
I'm lying right now. This was hell.
What was it for, out of curiosity?
That was for Euphoria season.
No,
2?
who were you like interviewing on behalf of? Like, what was it?
Oh, it's a site called The Nocturnal.
Okay.
And they're based in New York. I've been working with them for like 7 years, and it's dope. Whatever. It's dope.
You did a couple like different things. Like you did I know I saw you did RuPaul like last season, right? The most recent standard season, and then
yes, exactly.
There's one other one I'm blinking now, where it's like a group type thing where I was like, oh shit, and again like it plays into this thing where I'm like, you are fucking busy as shit. You're just constantly doing shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. After this, I got like 5 hours of editing to do. So, you just keep it going. But I find time to get out. Like I walk around the neighborhood. I just moved to like Rampart Village. I'm always like, I'll take a little break.
Yeah,
I'll go to HMS Bounty because they have like real cheap ham there. You can get ham cheap at HMS Bounty. So I'll go there and just like have a little break. And it's always like grizzly men talking about whatever, and I can just kind of zone out and eavesdrop and whatever and eat ham. And that's my little break.
That's a good break.
That's a good break.
I feel like this is a good segue talking about like eating ham and listening to men talk, which is, what is the freakiest song of all time, according to you?
Really natural segue.
There's something there.
A song about sex with ham.
There's some lyrics where it'd be like walking around listening to men's conversations eating ham. There's something there.
Yeah, there was this song. Well, okay, there was a couple of them that I wasn't allowed to listen to when I was a kid. And one of them was by Anita Howard. And now when I think of them, like, it wasn't even that nasty. But it was like, because I'm going to be a freak all through the day to the early morning, you know.
Right.
But I think just in the video, she's like, and I'm a boom, boom. She's like, you know, crying on it.
Yeah.
And all the parents in my neighborhood were like, nobody can see this.
There was
like
a lot of songs back then like that where it was like they were, and then you go back and listen and it's like they're just saying like I'm so horny. And
yeah,
like,
they're just like,
then it was like, oh my god,
she's horny. No. Yeah. But then there was also a song called "Put 'Em on the Glass." And I don't know if you can glean what that's about already, but yes. It was a song and video where it's just a bunch of women putting their breasts on glass. And
I was searching for a deeper meaning, but I was smart.
Nope, it was just about that. And that was another one where it was like and I never saw it. I was never. They successfully blocked me from seeing it because I was like, I got to see it. Everybody's talking about this,
right?
As like a 6-7-year-old or whatever I was like, I gotta see this.
Hey, Mister, I gotta see it.
Hey, Mister.
The first one that came to my mind was "Darling Nikki" by Prince. It's a pretty freaky song. What about you, Kaylin? You got any?
What was the original question?
What's the freakiest song, or like, what's your personal freakiest song?
And we're talking freaky, like freaky.
However you want to. I don't think they mean like Halloween. Like,
I don't know this question.
Like the Monster Mash.
Putting my mind in a fucking knot. I don't know. I have a sex playlist. I'll post it.
Love it. I don't know what this genre is called or whatever, but like I've been on road trips or whatever, and people are playing these country songs that are so graphic, and they sound old as hell. But like, maybe I'll have to look it up too. But it's literally like very descriptive about what's happening sexually.
Really, that's a country song.
As a country song.
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard songs like that. They're really super folky, and it's like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, the sound doesn't match what's being said. I'm like,
yeah.
This is absolutely more graphic than any mystical song I've ever heard.
Oh no. Miss Cole back in the news again.
Oops.
Oops. What song? Oh yeah. Oh man, people are getting horny when they sent these in. What song of yours do you hope people fuck to?
I have some older ones. I have some older ones that are a bit sexier. So like I have a song called "I Got You" that I think you can kind of fuck to maybe. I personally wouldn't, but it's a sensual song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It would be cool if you were fucking your own music, though. That's definitely a move.
That really be a move, wouldn't it?
Probably a lot of people do that are.
Should I tell them ahead of time though? Like, should I say this is my song before, or should I say it during or after? I don't know what the
drinking. It depends on if they're drinking. It depends on so many things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the move is like probably like, oh, I've been working on this new one. It's one you never release, and it's one that's like purposely like freaky as fuck or something.
That's
like
what everyone wants to hear before sex. Hey, do you want to check out my demos?
No, when you phrase it like that, the way you put the romantic spin on it is you're like, this is like a track that like no one's heard, like only you're hearing it, which I guess is a demo.
Even worse, like now I have to do the fucking labor.
you gotta go. Oh, it's so good.
It turns so neurotic. Real quickly. You're like, wait, did you actually like it? Did you hear that one track that's actually? You're like man, quickly putting clothes back on. You're like, wait, no, I need to hear
now. Give me one thing at a time.
Yeah, that's a lot. I couldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, pretty much all of my output. There's at least a couple of songs on the record that are pretty like, we're fucking fucks. This is sex happening right now. This is sex. We're having sex. You know. So
which I had classically is what is said.
I had a song. It's unreleased. Blah blah. My friend wanted to do a music video for it, and he wanted to film his son in all my classic looks, right? My gold, my big pink from the James Corden show thing. Okay. Really cute because he looks exactly like me. He's got the same looks, and he's like 2 or 3 or something. But we agreed on this song, which is unreleased, And my ass didn't realize until he sent me a cut of the video. I'm literally going, go ahead and blow my back out. You know, like, fuck me. There's a little kid.
Baby.
There's a little kid on screen in the New York subway station, just like smiling.
Aww.
I said, well, we're never putting this out.
Yeah,
I said, I'll send you a new song.
Yeah.
And then I went and wrote a song about, you know, growing up. I said, take that one. Because this other one, we can't do that. Because it's super cute. But I was like, that will be the end of me.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on me.
Can't have Corden seeing that one.
You can't have Corden seeing that one. Shit.
Oh shit. Who are your fashion inspirations?
I like a lot of like the like Earth, Wind and Fiery kind of cats,
yeah.
like funkity funk, you know, that whole scene.
Your cowboy hat, I could see them like rocking that, like, and like it would be like a jumpsuit that matched it, like the sequin style, like I'm stroking out, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I think yeah, that kind of stuff, and then like a lot of Western stuff, because when I started Daddyland, it's about my father, you know, and like having a new relationship with him through space-time. And so he was into, like I said, Westerns and country music. And so I wore a lot of Western stuff. And then I got really into it. And I said, oh my God, fringe is really fun.
Yeah.
I said, it's really moving,
Yeah.
you know? And so that became a staple of my stuff. It's like shimmer, 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 fringe, you know, cowboy hat kind of thing. Feels good. Feels big. Feels like kind of like draggy, but, you know,
yeah,
but not, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Caitlin, do you have any fashion inspirations? You're like, just comfort and relaxation.
I'm like wearing a robe. I'm like, this celestial seasoning sleepy time.
Yeah. Same. I hope to recreate that.
Whose like father designed that, and I only can't remember who it was. But when I met him, I was like, "Oh my God, this is legendary!" And he was like, "What?"
I would like, yeah, I'd have the same reaction. I'd be like, you're a fucking icon. He's like, oh, you mean project number 742A? Like
with my eyes closed all the time. Like, bro, I love slippers and sleepy time hats. So literally just like anything that is soft and can easily blend in with my cat and my environment, and I can just go to sleep in it.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Yeah. I was picturing like a Charles Dickens vibe, you know, like with the droopy hat and the candle.
I would be down with. I've always wanted one of those like old Victorian night robes, you know, that's like floor length and like kind of fluffy, and you can like run around, hide from ghosts in it and stuff.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely
crazy raunchy sex with some like aristocrat that you hate.
Exactly.
But you're doing it for like the revolution.
Your cousin and like your family's poor.
Yeah, it's all that.
Wow, you're really building a world here.
Thought about this a lot.
Yeah,
this picture is clear.
I thought about that when I put on my polo before recording. I was trying to go for all of that too.
Absolutely.
Someone wanted to know, what is the scariest / creepiest place you have ever been?
In Minneapolis, I lived in Minneapolis for 3.5 years, something like that. And we would, you know, just the friends I had always wanted to go explore ruins and stuff like that, like fallen bridges and shit like that. But we would always obviously do it drunk.
Right.
And that was scary. I mean, it wasn't like mega scary, but it was like, you know, you're wasted, you're wasted and in ruins. You're like, how am I gonna get? You know, how do we get over the fence? Like that whole thing. So that for sure. I'm also like from the hood, so you know the whole place. Yeah, I've been to some scary buildings, but I'll go with the ruins, like the mill area of Minneapolis.
All right.
Yeah. I guess LA, like some downtown LA warehouses too.
I know.
Yeah.
I think about that because people will, you know, when I first moved down here, they were like, oh, are you scared to live in Mexico? And I'm like, I understand that there's certainly scenarios where I could be, like places in Mexico where I could be that would be more dangerous than like a tourist town. But like, where I'm at is so much safer than anywhere I lived in LA my whole life, you know, just like as far as the crime that's actually going on and what I'm exposed to, what I could get in the crosshairs of.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, there's some places in downtown where you like, when I first moved here, I was like LA, so I was like party, and it got real dark real quick. I said, where the fuck am I?
For certain.
Some machetes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, if you have the Citizen app, I always would send Eric like my things where it's like man beating someone to death with like a deadbolt or something, like just weird things that they
it's always like it's always that, and then it'll be like mixed in with like raccoons take over like hot dog stand. Like it's always like
they try to keep it light for us,
Well, it made it seem like it was just so lawless, even though it was like, well, these are like isolated events, but it made it seem like the city was just like being overrun by like people wielding like pipes and raccoons.
And it is. I did see one recently that was like, man exposing himself, and it was like right by me, and I was like,
like where?
And it said you should go live. They're like, it almost prompts you. And the way that they like push notification, if you click it, they're like, you're basically live now. They don't give you the option of kind of the start.
Yeah.
You're like,
which like I feel like is, I mean, I don't. Maybe it's like under the geist of like this will help keep you safe, but like it feels like it's like a way of just like throwing gas on the fire.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, I was like on my way out of LA, like I had already decided to move, but I was like, oh no, I think this was actually before. I don't fucking know what was happening. Either way, it was near the end of my time in LA, and I was leaving a Korean spa, and I had been really stressed out, and I was like leaving Koreatown, and I left, and I was feeling super relaxed, and then there was like this traffic going through Koreatown. I was like, what's going on? And then I drove by. It was like SWAT with like some guy waving a gun outside of a mosque, and it looked like he had someone or something like right. And I was just like, can you get out of the way, please? I just want to go. I'm thinking about getting a cold brew on my way. You get so disillusioned from this shit, it's just like, kind of gnarly.
It does kind of it's worrisome, right? Like if I heard someone scream bloody murder right now, I'd be like, sorry, I'm doing a podcast, I'd be like, let me just finish this episode.
Like, sorry, can you guys hear that? Do I need to
Can you guys hear that? Yeah, exactly that. Oh, hang on, sorry.
Am I picking this up?
We got a couple quick ones. We'll just do quick rapid fire as we're approaching the end of the hour here. Someone want to know, what was a favorite song or two of yours in junior high?
Okay. So I grew up mostly on like gospel and stuff like that. I was like yada yada yada, but then I made like two white friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time I'd ever met white people in my life, kinda.
Was it us? Was it me and Caitlin?
It was you and Caitlin. It was Sean and Amy, and then they introduced me to Weezer's The Green album.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that quite a bit. And then I I really into Shakira. That was cool. Because she, this is before the fame.
That was her. Well, her coming out.
Exactly. And I'm just like, I'm highlighting things that are like sort of incongruous, because I like, like I said, a lot of R&B, like Music Soul Child, Usher, Stevie Wonder, blah blah. But the things that kind of stand out were like Shakira, and it was like all in Spanish. I didn't know what the fuck she was saying. I was just like, yeah, this fucking rocks. And then like I said, Half Pipe or something like that, or Hash Pipe, whatever the song was called. Huge fan, loved it. I was like, this is opened my eyes to a whole new world.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oops.
What is your favorite music video of all time that isn't one of your own?
Wow.
Oh, my favorite. I love that music video.
Did you love that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really, really like wildly difficult question. It's like super, super tough. Let me see. I'm just gonna choose one. It's like suddenly I've never seen one.
Yeah,
I know.
It's like suddenly I've never ever seen a music video in my entire life. How about there's like a Michael Jackson one where he turns into a wolf, right? Yeah.
Thriller?
Yeah, I wasn't even. I think I was thinking of the way you make me feel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. No, was it black and white where because it was like technically like a
No,
10
that's where
minute
he turns
long.
into lots of different people.
No, but then at the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
then he starts like he's like jumping on the cars, like it goes into like segues into that, and then he turns into like a jaguar or something like that, and like
Yeah.
roams away.
That's a good one. Obviously, Jamiroquai.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
That video,
Ritual Insanity.
I still think about that video all the time.
Yeah. That was a good one because it was kind of a simple concept, but it really is like very, very effective.
Yeah, back then it was like, and like there was like a lot of that stuff like where it'd be like center camera. Like I remember Missy Elliott, which video I'm forgetting now, but she's like in the tube and she has like the big puffy jacket that's blowing. Like I used to love when they would do that in music videos back then. Like they would shove their artists like in like tiny rooms or tiny tubes or hallways, and they would like it would kind of like a zoom feel to it.
Yeah. As far as the video I probably watched the most, when TLC's Fan Mail came to Fan Mail was my first CD I bought. My first tape was D'Angelo Brown Sugar. First CD was TLC's Fan Mail, and I would watch No Scrubs video like crazy.
Was that the one when
I
they
wore
were
that
like
shit
swings?
out?
Did they like there's
yeah, there's a swing moment for sure, and they have like the cutouts, and they're like it's kind of they do some fisheye stuff where they're like in the camera, doing this whole fucking thing. Yeah, so that's probably one of my actual favorite videos. Even though it's not the most innovative thing I've ever seen. I feel like I say this a lot on the show, but this really, truly probably was like the first or second single I ever owned was TLC's Creep from the slightly earlier album. And that music video was very effective on a young me, seeing them all dancing in like silk pajamas. Yeah, that was a wild one.
Yeah, that was a great video. All right. Final one as we end this hour. Someone want to know, what is the nastiest restaurant to eat at? And we'll make it simple. We'll just say like in LA.
Yeah. I should have a lot because I've eaten at a lot of nasty places in Los Angeles. I just ordered from a place on Postmates. That's probably the nastiest place that I've been to. So I'm gonna name that one. But there's also like a hamburger place in Little Tokyo, but it's like a Japanese hamburger place. And I reviewed it for the Nocturnal. And I had to tell a lot of lies in that review because it was very bad and they were mean.
That's worse.
They did not like that I was there.
That's
let's see. Yeah. But I gotta air this one place out because I fucked up. I got like the promotional thing. They were like, you can get this dish 2 for 1, and it was 2 a.m. So this is on me a little bit.
Fair enough.
New Golden Lake Eatery. I ordered from there, and I said, "This is rancid."
All right, called out. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll close the mailbag then. And as we approach the hour, we're going to end the show with a couple quick games. If you are available to hang with us just a little bit longer.
If I'm game.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is. Okay, so the first one that I don't think we were doing this back when you would have been on the show, so this is going to be a new one for you, which is that we play MASH. Do you remember the childhood game of MASH?
I don't. Just the show.
Just the show. MASH
Okay.
is mansion, apartment, shack, house. Basically, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. I'm going to get like 2 positives and 1 negative answer on each of these. They're going to ask you different ones, and we're going to predict your future based on them.
What?
So are you ready? You'll see.
Yes. Okay.
All right, let's get right
Ready.
into it.
Easy. Simplest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
So the first one is, I need 2 places that you would love to live the rest of your life at.
Berlin and Sweden. Or sorry, Stockholm specifically.
Okay. And then what is like the worst place that you could end up living?
Tuscaloosa.
All right. Give me 2 dream jobs you would have the rest of your life.
Creative director and fucking dance instructor.
And what would be the worst job you'd be stuck with?
Video editor.
Oh shit. What are 2 of your favorite colors?
Purple is my favorite color, and pink, obviously.
And what's your least favorite color?
Brown, which
2 dream vehicles of yours.
I don't know a ton about cars, but like a Lincoln Navigator because my dad had one.
Nice.
And then let's see, let's say a Pinto, because that's the only the car I can think of right now.
And then what's your least favorite? What would be a car you'd be like, or any mode of transportation that you'd be like, fuck, you're stuck with this the rest of your life?
Any SUV, because they're all ugly. They all just look just like,
Fair enough.
look like Transformers. Not good.
2 crushes, they can be ones you know personally or celebrities that you would end up with the rest of your life.
Coleman Domingo and the dad from Invincible. Yeah.
Hold on. Typing out the dad from And then who is someone that would suck to be stuck with?
Gary Busey.
Damn, that's fucked up.
He knows it.
Chaotic.
He knows it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got randomized that part. Give me 3 random numbers.
7, 19, 46.
2 of your favorite animals.
Cats and fucking lemurs.
Ooh. And then what's your least favorite animal, if you had to choose?
I don't know.
Or one that you would not
Fucking
want to like.
Alligator.
care
Does
of.
that count?
Yeah. They are an animal.
An animal.
Okay. I was like, yeah.
I'm going to draw a spiral. You tell me when to stop, sir.
Okay. Are you started?
I started, yeah.
Oh, stop.
So you can see I drew the circle. Okay. We got this pencil here that crosses off. I always show our guests. And for the listener at home, as you can see, a pencil is going around and crossing off different selections, but we're going to speed it up now. All right. Once you graduate, you'll find work in Berlin as a video editor. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No. You'll get around town in your brown Pinto. You'll marry Coleman Domingo. So, hey, not too bad. And you'll
He
live...
wouldn't have me in those conditions. No.
And you'll
That's not gonna happen.
You'll live in a shack with your 7 kids and ever loyal pet alligator.
That's the worst life I can imagine. Like they gave me Berlin. They said you can have that. You can have that.
You got Coleman?
Oh yeah, I got Coleman. Okay. All right. But
All right.
the rest, I mean, come on. 7 kids.
7 kids is a lot. Maybe the alligator will eat a couple. Maybe it's all right.
I got this one cat and it's a lot.
Eric is shiesty with that part. Whenever I give it, I'm like, pick a number between 0 and 10, you know?
What am I supposed to do? Say, I don't know. Come on. It's up to the face. I know. I think one person had like 42 kids. It's a lot.
Wow.
All right.
Busy. Ouch.
The one last one we do, as we always do, is we like to end the show with a personality quiz. We scour the depths of the internet to find the best and greatest, and by howdy, this is no different. We actually, in honor of the fact that you did get to interview the Euphoria cast, I decided to find one which would find out which Euphoria character you are. Are you ready?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
ready.
If you could do any drug and it have no long-term lasting effects, which one would it be out of the
Cocaine.
Actually, that's not an option, unfortunately, which is kind of surprising. These are the options they give you: weed, alcohol, Molly, LSD, nicotine, or I would not partake.
Molly.
Hell yeah, man after my own heart. Which of these patterns speaks to you? Cheetah print, plaid, zebra print, gingham,
Yeah.
dots, floral. I don't know what that one is. Sorry.
Cheetah.
All right. Hell yeah. So far,
Mhm.
the same. All right. What is your favorite type of cake? Red velvet, yellow, confetti, chocolate, ice cream, or strawberry?
Chocolate. I don't like cake.
Oh, fair enough.
That's the only one.
Out of this list of movies, which one would you say is your favorite? Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Clueless,
Mhm.
Pulp Fiction, Pretty in Pink, Lady Bird, Star Wars, or 16 Candles?
Clueless.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Which of these is your favorite Disney princess? Merida, Pocahontas, Mulan, Aurora, Cinderella, or Snow White?
I didn't know a lot of those, but Mulan.
Okay.
For
I didn't
sure,
either,
yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I was like, Meridian?
Okay. What is your preferred What is your preferred Starbucks drink? Pink drink, cold brew, frappuccino, caramel macchiato, matcha, or tea?
We all know it's pink drink. Come on. Look at the wall. Come on. And it's good. It's great.
All
Big
right.
fan.
Excuse me. What is your favorite scent? Anything musky, citrus, floral, lavender, fall scents, or beachy scents?
Ooh, musky.
All right. For listening at home, we're hearing a lot of like guttural, primal noises out of nowhere. I don't know if you guys can hear that on the mic. Favorite ice cream flavor: mint chip, cookie dough, cookies and cream, chocolate, birthday cake, or vanilla?
Chocolate.
All right. Wait, was that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Was,
yeah.
for a second, I was like,
I
was
got
that
boring
ice cream?
choices on the ice cream and cake, but
They didn't. Yeah, they
I'm
didn't
with
give.
you.
They didn't really give
Yeah.
like crazy
Like-
flavors either, though.
To me, if
Yeah.
it is chocolate, I'm like, don't waste my time.
yeah. Yeah, it's not good. It feels weird to not like cake because when I was a kid, it was like cake.
Uh-huh. I can
Now it's
really,
like,
I don't have that much of a sweet tooth, you know.
yeah, me either. Yeah, I can do like a
actually-
Sour Patch Kid, like 3 of them, and then I'm like, that's good.
I get down with like it, not often, but like if it's presented to me, I could really like just get down on like a super moist, like spongy sort of like red velvet cake, like all day. long. I'll
I mean, they're
that.
gorgeous. Red velvet cake is gorgeous, but I'd never eat it.
Hey, that's fair enough. Which of these would you say is your favorite musical? Rent, Hamilton, The Phantom of the Opera, Waitress, Les Mis, or I've never heard of any of these?
That's tough. It's between Rent and Waitress. I'm gonna go Waitress just because I really love. She Used to Be Mine, like the big song, big number from that. It's my favorite of all of those musicals.
I actually don't know what Waitress is, guys.
I don't either.
Oh, you don't, Caitlin? Oh, all right. That makes me feel better. All right. What was the theme of your childhood room? Teal, hot pink, owls, like the animal, pink
Okay.
and green, Disney, or I didn't have a theme. It was just kind of whatever I was feeling at the time.
It's the last one, unfortunately. It'd be like Mortal Kombat. It'd be the closest answer. You know?
Yeah. Finally,
Yeah, exactly.
pick a vintage toy out of these options: the Slinky, the Troll Doll, the Silly Putty, the Beanie Baby, the Pez dispenser, or Hot Wheels.
What was the first one again?
Slinky.
Oh, I think Slinky.
Okay.
Yeah, Slinky's good for
Really
me.
interesting. All right.
Mm.
We're going to throw these answers in right now. Doodly 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 doo. Oh, you got Maddie Perez.
Ooh.
Wow.
All right.
Interesting.
Usually they're unfortunately I didn't realize this, but they say like a little bit afterwards. Your next one, they did give like your others though.
Mm.
Your Maddie Perez, and then right below that your Rue, and then
Okay.
right below that your Kat Hernandez. So that's like your sun, moon, and
My rise.
rising.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. When I interviewed the actor who plays Maddie, I can't remember her name right now for some
I can't
reason,
either.
but everybody, or not, well, a couple people said, be careful. She's mean. You got to worry about her. She was fucking sick. I was
I was gonna
obsessed.
say, I bet, like, yeah.
She wore these big black sunglasses that covered her face the whole time. She was wearing all black, like she was at a funeral. I said,
Love
yes,
it. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
absolutely. Go off. And she was great. She answered all the questions. It's good. Except she'd done this. I know we're wrapping up here. She'd done this interview with the New York Times
Mhm.
where she said, like, I love going to comedy shows. It's how I unwind. And I said, oh, what are some places you've seen some comedy? What do you know? She's like, what are you talking about? I never go see comedy. I said, there was an interview where you said that. She said, no. And then my editor, right after I told her about that, she was like, she brought up the interview. She said, you right, JT. You right. She said it. I
That's
said, okay.
fucking cold. That's cold. Wait,
Yeah, she played me.
I was gonna. I know we were wrapping up, but actually, I was curious. When we started the quiz, was there anyone that you kind of thought like you felt like, okay, I think I'm gonna be this person, or did your mind go anywhere?
It's killing me right now because I can't think of the actor's name, but it's like or the character. This is a blonde one who's freaking out, who's obsessed with the guy. Cassie, thank you.
Cassie.
I wanted Cassie because like I felt like her arc this season was so like campy and like dramatic.
Yeah.
And I said, I want that character. That's what I
Fucking
want.
unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
She
said,
got,
give me
she got
that.
the good role on that. The first season they didn't really do much with her, but then that
Yeah.
second season they got to like
Second
really
season.
holy shit.
Yeah, she was
Um,
chewing up the scenery. It was good.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of chewing up the scenery, it was just an absolute blast to have you chew up ours this evening, sir.
Oh.
Oh, shit, you guys like
Oh,
that?
okay.
Is there anything, as we always allow our guests to do, is there anything you like to plug?
Yeah, of course. I have a residency at the Echo for the rest of the month. So every
Oh.
Monday at the Echo,
That's sick.
I'm gonna be there. I change up the theme every single week based on like music that has inspired me. So there's like a funk week, there's like an Afrofuturist week, there's like underground week, there's like a whole thing. So I'm doing that. First week was really, really, really fun, and I'm changing up dramatic looks every week. So it's gonna be a good time.
Hell yeah. That's what's
Come
up.
out to that.
I don't get
Love
a
that.
lot of LA FOMO, but lately there's been a lot of fucking shit going on in LA that I'm like, oh, and that's one of them because I love the Echo. I love a residency Echo that's like full of people I love. It's just like such a vibe. So
Absolutely.
everyone
Yeah, I've wanted to do it
go
for
there
a
on my
while.
behalf.
Yeah, please do. You know, if 5 of you show up, it's like one Caitlin showed up
Hey, there you go.
because she's just that special.
As long as you stay after and drink Fireball with them and roll around in garbage, then you'll be representing me.
Oh, perfect. I had a Fireball era. We've all.
Marching into the green room completely uninvited.
There's no security. That's why you can just walk right
Yeah.
in. Nobody cares.
Well,
Yeah.
perfect. Your Instagram handle, is it your social media just Tolliver, or is it?
Yeah, if you type in Tolliver with 2 L's, it'll come up. But it's
Perfect.
technically TOLLIV 3R because Tolliver was taken. So TOLLIV 3R. But now that I'm verified, I come up first.
Goodness gracious! Oh my!
Sorry. I just do that for 2 more hours. You're like, we're trying to rap, man. It's like,
Oh,
Yes.
one more time, if you do want to find some new Goth Yearbook merch, please go to CaitlinD.com and shop around and check out Caitlin's Etsy. And once again, Tolliver, thank you so much for joining us on the show. It was an absolute pleasure. We'll find an excuse to have you back on soon enough. Caitlin, as always, thank you for being the co-host with Mo-host. I'm going to say goodnight to both y'all.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Nice.
Recording stopped.